No, I'm just saying, she's a Starbucks sucker. No plastic anymore. Bringing her one coffee.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Neana Delatorre Baxter, and today I'm going to be talking about whether Hawaii should ban plastic water bottles and styrofoam. And my answer is yes, Hawaii should ban plastic water bottles and styrofoam because plastic can be recycled, but not everyone does it. Styrofoam cannot be recycled in Hawaii. It is polluting our oceans and creating trash buildup on the islands. And there are also other eco-friendly materials that we can use to replace the use of plastic water bottles and styrofoam. So water bottles and styrofoam should be banned in Hawaii because not everyone recycles. Dole Rice from USA Today states in his article, humans have produced 18.2 trillion pounds of plastic since large-scale production began in the early 1950s, and we put most of it in the trash. The Recycling Coalition of Utah says that America throws away 35 million plastic bottles a year. Linda Burbank from National Geographic says that only 14% of plastic water bottles purchased annually in the US are recycled according to the Container Recycling Institution. That means 60 million containers end up in waste every day. So styrofoam should be banned in Hawaii because it can't be recycled in Hawaii. According to the Department of Environmental Services, Hawaii styrofoam is considered trash. Styrofoam, also known as EPS, expanded polystyrene, is one of many other items on the list which is marked refused, which means that those items cannot be recycled. And it's also stated in the County of Hawaii Department of Environmental Management. But some places in the US do recycle styrofoam. Here are the places. Okay, so why can't we recycle styrofoam? On the County of Kauai website, they also state that styrofoam cannot be recycled in Hawaii, but they say that you can drop off styrofoam peanuts or styrofoam blocks at a couple of the UPS places on the island so that it can be reused. The technology to recycle styrofoam cups does exist, but the problem is the lack of demand. The lack of demand to recycle styrofoam. EPS is most often seen as food containers or drinking cups and cannot be recycled back to new food containers, known as closed-loop recycling. Another obstacle to recycling styrofoam cups and packaging is that these discarded materials are often contaminated with food and other substances. Another reason why water bottles and styrofoam should be banned in Hawaii is because plastic is harmful to our island. Jenna Jembach, environmental engineer for University of Georgia, says that most plastics don't biodegrade in any meaningful sense. So the plastic waste humans have generated could be with us for hundreds or even thousands of years. Plastic takes about 1,000 years to degrade in landfill and costs more to place a ton in landfill than it is to recycle. Scientists say that by 2050, an additional 26.5 trillion pounds of plastic will be produced worldwide. Another reason why it should be banned is because it's polluting our oceans. Jenna Jembach, the University of Georgia environmental engineer, and her team combined a population of economic data from 192 coastal countries bordering the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Oceans, in addition to Black and Mediterranean seas. They found that these countries created 275 million tons of garbage annually in 2010, which means that 4.8 to 12.7 million tons of plastic flowed into the ocean. And here's a quote from Jenna Jembak. "You can't go anywhere without finding plastic waste in our environment, including our oceans."
Ooh, it's a whale.
Yeah.
Is that really for real?
Yeah.
They found it in the whale?
So our oceans are dying. In 2010, a California gray whale washed up dead on the shore of the Puget Sound. Autopsies indicated that the stomach contained of a pair of pants, golf ball, more than 20 plastic bags, small towels, duct tape, surgical gloves. According to Clearwater Action, plastic debris is polluting human food chain. In a 2008 Pacific Rim voyage, Algelita researchers began finding that fish are ingesting plastic fragments and debris. Of the 672 fish caught during the voyage, 35% had ingested plastic pieces. And another reason why it should be banned in Hawaii is because the landfills on our islands. Officials want to expand its capacity and extend the life on Oahu's Waimanalo Gulch landfill. People dump more than 500,000 tons of waste there each year. Trashed out is also a problem and controversy on the Garden Isles of Kauai. The landfill in Kauai is almost full, and like Oahu, without expansion or extension. Another reason why water bottles and styrofoam should be banned in Hawaii is because there's other eco-friendly materials we can use. Refillable water containers like Hydro Flask. There's also a lead light purifier that you can place in tap water to help purify the water of any pathogens or harmful bacteria. You can also use glass Tupperware, disposable paper food containers, and paper cups. So in our world today, to reduce the use of water bottles, in a New York Times article, Joshua Brockman talks about the growing number of airports that have began to install bottle filling stations for thirsty travelers near bathrooms and water fountains. As the stations begin to progress, hopefully they can make it an option everywhere, like in malls and national parks. And right there's a guy. That's the station. Okay, so in conclusion, Hawaii should ban plastic water bottles and styrofoam because plastic can be recycled, but not everyone does it. Styrofoam cannot be recycled in Hawaii. It is polluting our oceans and creating trash buildup on the islands. And there are eco-friendly material that we can use to replace the use of plastic water bottles and styrofoam. So the next time you're drinking out of a plastic water bottle or eating out from your favorite restaurant, think about the impact plastic or styrofoam is making, the styrofoam materials are making on our environment and what you can do to change it. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you guys for listening.
A red board.